Hi, I am GJ Kulkarni, CEO of Humanitics, a New Delhi-based software firm specializing in development of e-governance applications. We have spent years practicing excellence in the way e-governance systems are built and used, be it via the web-based platforms or mobile ones. We look at the world of software in two different ways. First, a specialist software, highly intricate, used by a small number of people who are really well trained, for example, CAD or ERP software. And then there is second set of software, the citizen-facing software, used by a large number of people who are relatively less trained or not trained at all. For example, e-governance applications or mobile applications. It is in this second category of software, that is the citizen-facing software, is where real challenge of software development exists. Here, for example, usability is the king. Scalability to millions of users is a given. User training is practically non-existent. Rollout is complex. Environments are diverse. Languages are many. We partnered with IBM to build a citizen service delivery framework and deliver applications in the most critical of all projects in this country, applications for electronic service delivery to common citizens. Government of India has shown significant commitment to the citizen service delivery via internet and mobile networks. Over a number of years, the nation has developed a methodology for implementation of such services and improved it. While many issues still remain in the rollout of these services, constant improvement is definitely seen across the nation. Out of all national e-governance projects, e-District is the primary citizen service delivery application, meant for automating the backend for district collector's office with an interface to other line departments such as employment or education, etc., wherein a citizen can request a service electronically. The service request is processed in a secure and time-bound manner by the department and delivered to the citizen at his or her doorstep via multitude of channels. While this dream is laudable, there are many issues in implementing this dream. Being a federal state structure, India has inherent complexities such as lack of uniformities in the processes and acts across the states, languages, education, connectivity, power, access to digital content and documents required for verification. We took a real hard look at the ground situation and also the legacy applications that are used across the nation and found that the key factors in success of applications for service delivery to the citizen depends on a very few essential features. We went ahead and built the citizen service delivery platform on this basis. First and foremost issue still happens to be the connectivity and the bandwidth. Blackout and brownouts on the network is a daily or perhaps hourly affair in rural India. We didn't want to send back the citizen because of these conditions. We used a robust offline platform from IBM, the Lotus Expediter, to manage service availability even when the network is down. This store and forward technology works seamlessly when you are offline or online and syncs the data in a consistent and trouble-free manner. Moreover, Lotus Expediter combined with Lotus Forms gives a much required separation of application front-end from the back-end and allows a smooth integration with XML and web services based middleware, SSDG, the State Service Delivery Gateway. This separation of front-end from the back-end also makes the task of introducing newer services and forms in the future much simpler. Just build a new form using Lotus Forms Designer and Expediter will sync the new services to all users automatically. Coming to the department side, where the citizen service request needs to be sent for processing, many factors come into force. The service request needs to uniquely identify the office and the officer where it needs to reach. Workflow propagation needs to be flexible and not brittle. For example, what happens when the intended recipient of the service request is on leave? Can the service request have enough intelligence to figure out what to do next if the defined time period is running out? Can the service be rerouted midway to another officer as per permitted rules? Can the workflow emulate precise steps followed by the paper route? Can an officer request additional verification without changing the workflow software? In essence, we are talking about an ability to manage complex workflows. We used IBM Enterprise Content Management Platform, or simply ECM platform, to define services, workflows, SLAs, teams, rights, rules, MIS and dashboards to make management of the workflows an easy task. You can define new workflows or for that matter alter old workflows using BPM Designer. You can define business rules by invoking iLog's rule engine, dashboards by invoking inbuilt Cognos tools and work with robust underlying DB2 technology. critical customer advantage is that he doesn't have to call software developers every time he wants to add a new service or modify the old ones. All of this happens in a codeless manner using GUI designer tools. As they say, best way to write software code is not to write. Another critical success factor is usability. User needs simple to use software that behaves consistently, works in his native language, gives a 360-degree view of all the information, removes drudgery, and finally empowers him. We built the user interface to achieve exactly that. As they say, shoes don't come with user manuals. Our aim has been to simplify the software to a point where lack of training must not be the reason not to use the software, and it must be a joy to use the software. The chosen platform from IBM, namely ECM, Lotus Expediter, and Lotus Forms provide a host of other critically important features such as proven scalability to handle millions of transactions per day, information assurance and audit trails to implement fraud detection, legendary reliability, clear serviceability, and simple application administration. Another key limitation faced by the departments is the cycle of physical verification. In a typical service request, citizen attaches proofs and documents as support for his claim. For example, he might provide ration card as an address proof. In the states where these records are not stored electronically, the department might need to use physical verification by the village inspector, and this is time consuming. We solved this by means of having an electronic record room within ECM, where the documents and the data used by the state for verification purpose can be built as a digital document vault, avoiding time consumed in the physical verification. Key limitations of legacy e-governance applications have been studied and solved in this solution. For example, to digitally sign 1,000 service requests every day, even if you take 30 seconds to finish one case, the Tehsildar would need 8.5 hours just in front of the computer to sign them. Clearly impossible. So we implemented a number of usability constructs to solve this problem, remove drudgery, and empower the users. A bit more about the Citizen Service Delivery platform from the functional point of view. This platform has implementation of all high-volume services typically required by the district administration. There are 51 services implemented end-to-end and expandable to any number of new services. Areas covered are certificates issued by the district collector's office, social security such as old age pension or handicap pension, ration cards from PDS, services from home departments such as arm license, agriculture licenses such as pesticides and fertilizer licenses, health department services such as birth and death certificates, government dues and recoveries, etc. Let me walk you through a quick demo. A citizen walks into the Citizen Service Center and requests for a service of domicile certificate. Citizen Service user registers the citizen first, uses an e-form to take down the service request details, clicks a citizen photo, scans the attachments directly into the application, saves it, and then issues a receipt with unique tracking number. In case if the citizen has not brought all necessary information, users can save the work locally and complete the application later. When the network is restored, CSC user syncs the pending application request with the server in a safe manner. A little dashboard gives him a constant information on update of sync status. Now the application request follows the rules, finds the user, and arrives in the inbox of intended user. There can be multiple steps of processing, approval, rejection, returns, etc. until the application service request is completed and delivered back to the CSC for delivery. The citizen is notified via email and SMS. Meanwhile, the citizen can check status electronically online and receive digitally signed service outcome. For example, in this case, a domicile certificate, without having to visit a government office. Officers in charge can monitor the service statistics and SLA via a rich dashboard.